Stepping into the box, Johnny Randolph.
Leading off for Akron, the right fielder, Johnny Randolph.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you can say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
The 0-2 delivery.
1-1-1.
Rounded to first. Rodriguez has it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Standing in, Woody Page. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Woody Page.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's popped up. Fitzgerald shading to his right. 2 down. Riding in once again, Morgan Ewing, who looked to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Ewing.
Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. The Rubber Ducks lead it 7-3.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
And tonight's final, 7-3. Akron crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. John Edwards gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
For the Rubber Ducks, 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yokoyama comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Phil's number 25, Lance Yokoyama.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, David
Leading
Hernandez.
Akron,
He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far.
David Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
And it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Cannon moving forward. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. Stepping in, Maxwell Castillo.
The catcher, number 33, Maxwell Castillo.
He's set, and the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last two pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Now
stepping in now, Johnny Randolph. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitch awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Reading Fightin' Phils jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mike Whaley gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Tom Sexton is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Lance Yokoyama records the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Fightin' Phils. 1 run.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A player new to his AA squad gets a tip from one of his coaches.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lance
your
Yokoyama
attention,
takes
please.
the ball now in inning
Now
number 9,
pitching for
looking to
Reading.
close the door.
Number 25, Lance Yokoyama.
Striding in to start the 9th, Pedro
Leading off
Silva,
for the
and
Fisher
they'll
Cats,
need him to get something
the
going
catcher,
here.
Pedro Silva.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Swing, and he pops him up. Matheson into shallow left. He's there and records the first out. Ready for another chance. Donnie
Now batting,
Ito.
the center fielder, Donnie Ito.
Now here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
The way he's been able to command his fastball those first 2 pitches, don't be shocked if he goes back in there again or goes up under his chin or nasty slider down and away. He has opened up his full arsenal.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Now
Into the
batting,
box, Shane
shortstop,
Patton, as he
Shane
looks at a fastball that's in there
Patton.
for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Reading jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Angel de los Santos earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Lance Yokoyama closes the door for the save, his 2nd. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
For the Fighting. Your attention,
Lance
please.
Yokoyama takes
Now
the ball
pitching
now in
for
inning
the
number 9,
Fighting
looking to
Phils.
close the door.
Number 25, Lance Yokoyama.
Into the box now, Elvis By. And these guys are making a
The
little
third
push
baseman,
here.
number
You
6.
have to like the effort
Elvis
despite the odds.
Yeah,
Bay.
you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Here comes the first pitch. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball
Now
up
batting.
looks so
first
enticing to hit
baseman.
that you think you see that
Hector.
ball. As a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get.
And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and they showed a lot of grit to get the win here. They trailed by 4 runs, but never panicked. They just set about doing the little things that would get them back into it, and the next thing you know, they're celebrating a well-earned victory.
8-4 tonight. Redding used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Andres Colon takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Fightin' Phils. 8 runs on 14 hits. 2 errors. Your
Lance
attention, please.
Yokoyama comes
Now
out of the
pitching
bullpen to
for
shut
the
things
Fightin'
down here
Phils.
in the 9th.
Number 25, Lance Yokoyama.
Kicking off the top of the 9th,
Leading
Dave
off,
Cotton,
the
as
right
they'll look to
fielder,
get something going
Dave
here and even this game up.
Johnson.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Striding forward now is the DH,
The batter,
Alfonso
the designated
Esparza.
hitter,
And he throws the
Alfonso
fastball by him here,
Esparza.
0-1.
When a guy's featuring big-time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off-speed stuff, but you got to be ready for the heater.
He froze him on the breaking ball that time. Alfonso Esparza goes down for out number 2 in the top of the 9th.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball.
The batter,
Only the best
the
can
first
keep their
baseman,
hands back on those.
Hector.
Standing in now,
Reyes.
Hector Reyes. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough
swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. The Reading Fightin' Phils used a nice fifth inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Cristobal Lorenz earns his third win of the year in relief. Lance Yokoyama wraps it up for the save, his fourth of the season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
For the Fightins, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base.
After a brief trial move, this prospect is being returned to his original role. For now, anyways. A coach is sent to offer guidance on training for a specific position.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, it's a spring training matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the San Diego Padres. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
San Diego Padres.
Dinelson Lamet is on the mound for the Padres in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
All right, guys, let's take a look at how the Pods line up on D. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Play ball, 3.
Ready now for Cincinnati. Lance Elliott, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here. First pitch of the at-bat. Runners off for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
Line drive to left. Zapata is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Let's play ball. Ball 4, take your base. Ball 4, take your base. 3. That's ball 4. Got it.
In now for the Reds, Lance Elliott. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
This is line to left. Zapata is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Play ball. Keep base. 3. Ball 4, take your base. Ball 4, take your base.
Coming to the plate again, Lance Elliott, as he'll bat for the second time in the inning.
Elliott.
Here's the first pitch to him. And there's a strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Looking up is Contreras. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam as they just continue to pour it on here.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded with a power hitter at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
3.
Lance Elliott. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one.
Elliott.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
Play ball. Out. 3. Out. 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 3. He's out. 3. 3. 3. Out. Ball 4. Take the ball. Out. He's out.
On paper, this had the makings of a real hard-fought game, but paper and reality, those are two different things. They pulled away and never looked back. How about to a tune of a 9-run victory?
15-6, the final tally in this one. Cincinnati jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jake Junis earns the victory on the mound. Dinelson Lamet was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Cincinnati Reds and the Colorado Rockies. Hello again, everybody.
And now,
welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Colorado Rockies.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively.
Let's play ball.
Coming to the plate now, Lance
Elliott.
Elliott. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Elliott.
First pitch of the at-bat. Seared down the first baseline. Popped him up. Davis is there. 2 down.
Play ball. Keep it.
So striding forward now, Lance Elliott comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Well, he hit that one pretty well all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Up next,
and next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
A tag, and he's out at the plate.
First base. Out, out. He's out. You're out. He's safe.
Digging in and looking for more. Lance Elliott, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Long throw to the plate. And he is in there with their first run, and it's cut to 3-1 now.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side. To send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send and a close play, but it all worked out.
Ready on 0-2. There goes the runner.
Find the ball,
on the line to third.
Hold on, right here.
In time, and the side is retired. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Rockies 3 and the Reds 1.
Play ball. Out. He's out. That's ball 4. You're out. Ball 4. Take the base. Out. Out. He's out. 3. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. You're out.
Big spot.
Up next, Cincinnati. The center fielder, Tyler Naquin.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Kansas City Royals and the San Francisco Giants. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
San Francisco Giants.
Ed Murray gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute it.
Next to bat for the Giants,
Batting
Lance
third.
Preacher,
The
as he'll
left
get
fielder.
his first opportunity in this one.
Preacher.
First pitch on its way. In there, 0-1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And this one is gone. A home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left as the Giants have taken a 2-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys,
He's safe. Out. He's out. You're out. Out. Three. Out. Out.
So in now for San
next is
Francisco,
Guy.
Lance
The left
Preacher.
fielder.
He hit a two-run jack
Lance
in his first
Preacher.
at-bat.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Naquin is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Let's play ball. Ball four. Take the ball. He's out. Out. Three. Out. Out. Three. Ball four. Take the base. You're out. He's out.
So digging in now, Lance
Now batting,
Preacher.
left fielder, Lance Preacher.
Here's the first pitch to him. A bouncer to
Run
the
it out,
left
run it out,
side.
run it out.
On to first, and very quickly, two are gone in the home fifth.
Play ball. Three. That's ball four. Out. Ball four. Take the ball. Out. Out. You're out. Ball four. Take your base. That's ball four. Three. Out.
Now
The left
plate
fielder,
and-
number 5, Enrique Rosa.
He's out. Ball four. Take the base. Three. Out.
It's moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
6-1, the final tally today. The Giants jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Ed Murray pitches well enough to get the W. David Rodriguez struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does. There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight we get you set for Cactus League action between the Cincinnati Reds and the San Francisco Giants.
Okay, here's how San Francisco lines up defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
He's safe. You're out. 3 out.
Coming to the plate now, Miguel Baez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Baez.
Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Preacher going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall.
Hold it.
He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
This is why it's so important to give your cleanup hitter an opportunity to hit with runners in scoring position. He does just what he's supposed to do, lacing a double and driving in a run.
He's out.
Striding in, Lance Preacher. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away.
Preacher.
First pitch on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, after giving up that extra base hit right there, I love the fact that he came back with much better location, much better execution. That might have woke him up.
2 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground at third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. It remains 1-0. Roger Harper.
The first
He drew a
baseman,
walk
number
his first
33.
time up.
Roger Harper.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Preacher has a read on it. 2 down.
Let's play ball. 3. That's ball 4.
Ready now, Lance
Now
Preacher.
batting,
He got
left
on top
fielder.
of one and was a ground
Left.
out victim last
Preacher.
time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Ball 1,
And
no
they
strike.
pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. Pitch out.
2 balls,
Nothing
no
doing.
strike.
Fahey leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit hard up the middle. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Francisco. We played 3 full. We're tied at 1.
Play ball.
Digging in now, Josh
Now batting,
Witt.
right fielder, Josh Witt.
The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling. And it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time. But if there's any doubt.
3. Ball 4. Take the base. Out.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Giants.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Oliver
Leading off
Mitre
for
comes
Cincinnati,
into this at-bat
the
0 for
shortstop,
1 in the ballgame.
Oliver Mitre.
Hit in the air to left. Preacher is there. 1 down.
Play ball. Ball 4. Take the base. Keep stay. Out. 3. That's ball 4. 3.
Ready once again, Lance
Now batting,
Preacher.
the left fielder, Lance
He's set. Here it
Preacher.
comes. Skied into straightaway right. Witt is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to Arizona and spring training baseball after this.
Let's play ball. Ball 4. Take your base. Keep stay. Out. Ball 4. Take the base.
Digging in once again, Josh Witt.
Now
He
batting,
looked to bounce back
right
after
fielder,
striking out his
Josh
last time up.
Witt.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And gone right down the line the other way. Wow. A 3-run shot down the line in left.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Into the box now, Lance
Leading
Preacher.
up
He
for the
flew out
Giants,
in his last at-bat.
the left
Almost,
fielder,
Matty. Almost
Preacher.
went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. A leap, but it's off his glove. And now over the wall. And this is going to be ruled a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game. Well, one of the narratives of today's game has been driven by the long ball. We've seen these squads go deep a combined 5 times in this one.
Matty B, this is pretty.
He's out. Out.
Your attention, please. This change for the Giants.
Leading off the inning, Rich Feliz,
Leading off for
as they'll look
Cincinnati,
for some added
the second
insurance
baseman.
before the bottom
Rich
half of the inning.
Feliz.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Preacher. 1 down.
Play ball. 3. Out. He's out. 3.
And tonight's comes to an end, 6-3 the final. The Reds rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres.
Play ball.
Coming to the plate now, Lance
Batting third.
Preacher, and he
The
could
left
give
fielder.
his guys an early
Lance
lead if he can come
Preacher.
through here. Hit hard to third.
Beat it out,
He's
beat it
got
out.
Oh, beautiful dive. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Play ball.
Striding in, Cesar Ramirez. He'll lead things off here in the
Leading
bottom
up
half
for
of the
the
first.
Padres, the second baseman, Cesar Ramirez.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Play ball. Out. You're out. Out.
Leading
off the inning, Andres
Leading
Marmolejo,
off for
and
the
they'll need him to
Padres,
get something going
the
here.
first baseman, Andres
Pulled high in the
Marmolejo.
air out to left field. Moving under it, Preacher, 1 down.
Let's play ball. 3.
Stepping in, Lance
Now
Preacher.
batting, the left fielder, Lance Preacher.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. The runner scores from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Now the the Giants' number 4 batter,
Now
Nathaniel Cervantes.
The first baseman, Nathaniel Cervantes.
And the runner's breaking for third. And the runner back. And now the tag is applied over at third. And this will go in the books as a caught stealing with his jumpiness at second, costing him there. 2 away.
Looked to me like he was trying to read the pitcher's timing on that one, but he got it all wrong, obviously. Good job by the man on the mound to step off calmly and deal with the situation. Sometimes you see guys panic in those types of situations.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. 2 hits for the Giants lead to a run in the inning. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. San Francisco leads this one 2-0. Next to the plate for the Padres, Rico Mendez.
The third baseman.
0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Rico Mendez.
The 2-2. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Preacher going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Digging in the switch hitter, Johan Manuel.
Right
he got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Preacher giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off.
Giants,
Lance Preacher. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes the first pitch. In there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Fahey leads off first with 1 away. Line drive to left. Zapata is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half. So
your attention,
Danny
please.
Goodson will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
4-2 the final score today. The Giants jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Bobby Hammonds is the winning pitcher of record. Luis Francisco worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa. Dan Plesac. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's the Fall Classic, Game 1 of the World Series. Next. Mike Clevenger gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting.
Drawing closer to the start of Game 1, let's join public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2024 Los Angeles Angels.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport, Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
Let's play ball.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 19, Rhys Hoskins.
Wendell leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Drives it the other way to deep right. Pretty boy looks up. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
We were wondering who was going to strike first.
Ready now for L.A. Lance Pretty Boy. First cuts
right
for
fielder.
him here with the bases
Lance
open and 2 away.
Pretty Boy.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one. High and deep, and you can forget about it. This ball is gone. A solo shot down the line in right. His first homer so far in the series, and the Angels are on the board. It's a 2-1 game.
Just an absolutely amazing home run there. Certainly worthy of the show track treatment. And as you can see, 114 miles an hour off the bat, and that should give you a pretty good indication as to how well he connected on that swing.
Stepping into the box,
Up next
Lance
for the Angels,
Pretty Boy. He went
the
deep
right
in his
fielder,
first at-bat.
Lance
We'll see what he's got in
Pretty
store
Boy.
for us here.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at-bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter. He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Gonzalez is calling for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And that'll bring up Joey Wendell.
Now
no
batting,
career numbers to talk about for this matchup.
Joey Wendell.
Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, as the Giants have opened it up now to 4-1.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Williams. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Williams.
4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Pretty Boy is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they lead it 4-1. Now at the plate, Lance.
Now
Boy. He flew
right
out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
High in the air out to center field.
Keep going.
And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. Angels leave 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. A strikeout and a lineout for him so far.
Grandal.
4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Pretty Boy will wait on it. 2 gone. Rhys Hoskins will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. The 0-2 delivery. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Pretty Boy sprinting after it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run job by Yoan Moncada. His first homer so far in the series, and it's now a 6-1 ball game. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row.
And now for the Angels,
Up
Lance,
next for the Angels.
Pretty Boy, and their runners
right
at the
fielder.
corners now.
Lance, Pretty Boy.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is line to left. Williams is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Get just the 1.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series, while other guys fade into the background.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. It's Game 2 of the World Series. Next. Trevor Williams is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be.
Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2024 Los Angeles Angels.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What's this club going to need to focus on this evening, Mark?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport, Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets...
Three.
So coming to the plate,
Batting
Lance Pretty Boy.
The right
He'll
fielder.
get to take his first
Lance
cuts here.
Pretty Boy.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Reyes. 2 down.
Play ball. Out. That hit him. He's got first. He's out. Out. Got it. 3. Out. 3.
Coming to the plate now, Julio Reyes. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Julio Reyes.
Taken high and deep to right. Pretty Boy looking up. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff...
Ball 4. Take the ball. He's out. Out. Out.
At the plate, Lance Pretty
Now
Boy.
batting,
He flew
right
out
fielder.
in his last at-bat.
Lance
Almost, Matty.
Pretty
Almost
Boy.
went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Lifted in the air to center field. Inciarte's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in, Lance Pretty Boy.
Now batting, right fielder, Lance Pretty
Here's
Boy.
the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reyes is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Let's play ball.
Into the box, Lance
The batter,
Pretty Boy.
the
2
right
outs
fielder,
and 2 runners aboard
Lance
here in the 7th inning.
Pretty Boy.
From the stretch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Chopped toward the second baseman. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes for naught as the side is tired.
Play ball. Full 4. Take your base.
Now at the plate, Joey Wendell. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
The second baseman, Joey Wendell.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Moving under it, Pretty Boy. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Let's play ball. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. That's ball 4. 3. 3.
At the plate, Lance Pretty
Now
Boy. It was a ground out victim last
Pretty
time.
Boy.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And
On the
this will
back, pick
find
it up,
the
pick it
wall
up.
deep in the corner. Duffy blows through the stop sign, headed for home. He comes across to score as
Wow,
they
that
push
ball's
the lead
hard.
to
Good
5
job.
now.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout.
The
He came
center
across
fielder,
to score
number
after
27.
doubling in his last at-bat.
Mike.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of
Wow.
that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Now a move over to first, and a dive, but he's back. And strike three there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. It's the Angels 10 and the Giants 5.
This game was decided in the 8th. That was a huge offensive fireworks coming in the 8th inning. And when the other guys put up a big inning like that against you late in the game, it's really tough to make any kind of a comeback.
Sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. Los Angeles have evened up this World Series at 1 game apiece. Roberto Osuna takes home the win. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score tonight.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the San Francisco Giants. A pivotal Game 3 of the World Series is next. Oliver Velasquez gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, this guy was really good in his last one. Earned the win in his last start, pitching into the 8th inning. We'll see if he can give them another strong start in this one.
Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you always have to beware of Mike Trout. He's got over 1,000 RBIs. He's already proved he's a clutch hitter. He knows how to drive in big runs when it counts. So if the situation comes up in this game, I'm looking to watch how he goes to work in the clutch.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And guys, the thing I want you to...
Three.
Batting third, the right fielder, Lance, Pretty Boy.
Now here's the pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Inciarte has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Angels are gone in order. Now it'll be the Giants' turn. No score. Digging in, Lance,
Now
Pretty
batting,
Boy.
the right fielder, Lance, Pretty Boy.
From the belt, the pitch. Popped up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So here now's the pitcher,
The
Oliver
pitcher, number
Velasquez.
21.
He came through with an
Oliver
RBI single in his last at-bat.
Velasquez.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Giants on top, 6-0. Now in the box,
Leading
Lance,
off for the Angels,
Pretty Boy. It's been
the
an
right
0-for-2 effort for him
Lance,
to this point.
Pretty
It doesn't
Boy.
look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now he extends nicely, and this ball is driven to right field and deep. Reyes is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Now to the plate, Lance,
next for the
Pretty
Angels,
Boy. He flew out in
the
his
right
last
fielder,
at-bat.
Lance, Pretty Boy.
First pitch on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
Come on.
Down for what should be extra bases. The relay throw. And he is out at third. So credit him with a double and an RBI here.
Oh, you hate to see guys run into outs, especially when it's because of an unnecessary risk. He had 2 all the way, and he clearly should have just been happy with that. Well, he was gunning for a complete game shutout, but it just wasn't in the cards here. But anytime you can go 9 innings and give up only 1 single run, you've done pretty good for yourself and your team.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the San Francisco Giants. Game 4 of the World Series comes up next. Madison Bumgarner will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball. Good.
Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2024 San Francisco Giants.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's on an incredible RBI streak. How about over 20 runs batted in his last 10 games? It seems like every time someone's in scoring position, this guy knows how to knock him in. He's been like white hot.
Madison Bumgarner is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Quite frankly, one of the toughest and baddest dudes in the game of baseball. We all remember coming in Game 7 of the World Series against the Kansas City Royals. Every team thinks that they have an ace. Well, guess what? This guy is a true, legitimate ace. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball. It does have the straight changeup, and just in case you didn't know this, the guy can swing the bat a little bit too. One of the best pitchers in the game.
Play ball. Ow.
Now batting, Lance Pretty Boy. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on.
Pretty Boy.
First offering on its way. Line to the right side. Reyes is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. Stepping up now, Julio
up
Reyes.
next to the Giants.
He singled his last
the
time
right
up.
fielder, Julio Reyes.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Pretty Boy ranging back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Yeah, and this is a tricky right field to get a feel.
So striding in,
Up
Lance
next for the
Pretty Boy.
The right fielder, Lance Pretty Boy.
First offering on its way. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Rendon over at second. Defoe at first with no outs. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Into the bleachers and gone. So a 3-run shot to left center, his second home run of the series, as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ ShowTrack for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Standing in, Lance
Now
Pretty
batting.
Boy. He comes in
right
1
fielder.
for 2 with that home
Lance
run he hit earlier.
Pretty Boy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's in there for strike 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. And that's the first out of the inning. Striding into the box, Rhys Hoskins. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Hoskins.
On, he pops it up, drifting just beyond the infield. Defoe has got it, and the side is retired. Giants down in order. This one remains close. It's 6-5.
Your
Trevor
attention,
Gott
please.
is on to pitch from the
Now
bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 91, Trevor Gott.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup now, and stepping in, Anthony Rendon. And he's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier.
Rendon.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
The windup and the 0-1. Line toward right center. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Great jump on that ball hit to the gap in right center field. A great diving catch. One of the better plays you'll see.
The batter, number 1.
And here now is Wilmer Defoe.
Wilmer.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Williams will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Lance Pretty Boy will stride in again, as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ball game to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Gonzalez ranging into the outfield. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Angels down quickly there on just 4 pitches as it remains a 6-5 ball game.
Red. Your
Derek
attention,
Law
please.
gets the call from the
Now
pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 64, Derek Law.
Leading off the inning, Yoan
Leading
Moncada
up
as
for
they'll
the
look
Giants.
to get something going here and
The
even this
third
game
baseman.
up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Moncada is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead cold guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Great effort on the dive, but it's through into that.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Leadoff base hit, bottom of the 7th, you're down 1. This has to be the moment they scratch one across.
Now back to the top of the lineup.
Now
stepping in,
right
Julio Reyes.
Julio
He got on top of one and was a ground out
Reyes.
victim last time. This is in the air out to right. Pretty Boy is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But the tying run comes across here, so it looks like this could be a wire job. We're through 8 full here in game 4, and we are all even at 6 apiece.
Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. And, fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure... MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the pivotal Game 5 of the World Series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Ball four, take the base.
In now, Lance Pretty Boy, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Lance Pretty Boy.
First offering on its way. Bullet back up the middle. Inciarte is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Let's play ball. Heat base.
Stepping up to the plate,
now
Julio
right fielder,
as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit the other way out toward right field. Pretty Boy coasts under it, and that's the third out. Giants lead. Settling in now, Lance Pretty Boy. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Lance Pretty Boy.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap.
Come on, go hard. You're scoring. You're scoring.
And
go
this
hard.
one scoots all the way to the wall. In to score is the runner from first. It's 4-2. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Play ball. Out. Out. Yeah. Out. Out. Ball four, take the base. Out. He's out. Three. That hit him. First base.
Digging in to try it again. Lance Pretty Boy. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Here's the first pitch to him. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Reyes going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, and it's now 6-4. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import,
Up
Yoan
next
Moncada. He launched
The
one over the wall
baseman,
back in the opening frame.
Yoan Moncada.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Pretty Boy is under it.
2-2-2.
He's got it one away.
Cajo, nobody.
Offense apparently not hard to come by tonight as you get. So stepping in,
Leading
Lance
off for the
Pretty Boy will get us started
right
here
field.
for the Angels with
Pretty
the
Boy.
excitement waiting on deck in the form of Mike Trout.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Pulled toward right center field. Inciarte on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Digging in, Lance Pretty Boy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost
Pretty
went
Boy.
deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Los Angeles pulled ahead 3 games to
Our
2 in
final
this
line
World
score
Series
tonight.
and are now
First
just a
for the
single
victorious
win away. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of this year's Fall Classic between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
Yeah, you see the results through the first 5 games. It's been everything we could have hoped for. And now, at 3-2, you've got a team coming in here that needs to win the final 2 games on the road to take the series. Going to be a tall order to fill, but I think they're as capable as anyone to pulling it off.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2024 Los Angeles Angels.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport, Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on fire. It's like watching a middle linebacker play center field.
Let's play ball. Out. Out. Ball 4. Take the base.
Batting third, the right fielder, Lance Pretty Boy.
He's set, and the pitch. He extends nicely, and this ball driven to right field and deep. And that is off the wall in right field. Rendon rounds third and is digging for the plate. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead. The tag from Grandal, and they get him at home plate.
That's ball 4. 3. Ball 4. Take the base. Got it. Out.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He has no prior history against this pitcher.
Ender Inciarte.
Fly ball out to right field. Pretty Boy on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's take another look at our playoff brackets. And of course, the question on everybody's mind, will we crown a champion here tonight?
Let's play ball. 3.
Stepping into the box,
Now batting.
Lance Pretty
The
Boy.
right
He
fielder.
was gunned down at the
Lance
plate trying for an
Pretty
inside
Boy.
the park home run his first time up.
Yeah, certainly can't fault this guy for trying to make a play right there. This is one of the fastest guys in the league. Certainly enough speed to have an inside the Parker, but you got to be sure you're going to make it in that situation.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Reyes is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And with 2 away now, let's take another look at our playoff brackets. And of course, the question on everybody's mind, will we crown a champion? At the plate, Lance
Now
Pretty
batting.
Boy. He flew
The
out
right
in his
fielder.
last at-bat.
Lance
Almost, Matty.
Pretty
Almost
Boy.
went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. Williams will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So the batting order turns over now and
The
set to
batter,
go
the
Julio
right fielder.
Reyes. He got called out
Julio
on strikes his last time
Reyes.
through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Heading out towards shallow right. Pretty Boy will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning. Standing in,
Now
Lance
batting,
Pretty
right
Boy
fielder.
will swing it from the
Lance
left side right here.
Pretty Boy.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Ranging back is Inciarte. Off the rocks and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His 5th so far in this series. And the Angels are right back in it. It's now a 4-2 score.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there. Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A. They don't get any bigger than this. Welcome to Game 7 of the World Series, exclusively on MLB Network. It's the big one, Game 7 of the World Series, between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, everything to play for here as we get ready for Game 7.
No doubt. This has really been what you'd call a World Series for the ages. Back and forth, a lot of well-played games, plenty of drama and intrigue, and now it's all come down to this. 1 game, 9 innings for the World Championship. Can't ask for more than that, so sit back and enjoy. Should be a lot of fun.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2024 Los Angeles Angels.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What do you have on this lineup as they go for a championship here on the road, D-Row?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control. And that's the wind. It's blowing in. It's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Trevor Williams will be the Game 7 starter here in the World Series in front of his hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And the guy patrolling center field today, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want a good ball club, you better be strong up the middle. Center field being that main component with catcher, shortstop, and second base.
Ball 4, take the base. Ow! Ball 4, take the base.
Into the box now, Ender Inciarte. He'll get to take his first cuts
the center
here.
fielder, number 13, Ender Inciarte.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series, and the Giants have opened up their lead now 4-0.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning, you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And digging in at the plate, the Texas native Nick Williams.
Nick Williams.
Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Pretty Boy is in pursuit. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Pretty good swing right there as he drives this ball deep. 1 hops over the wall, and he can just walk into second base with a ground rule double.
So striding forward
third.
now, Lance
The right fielder.
Pretty Boy, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a shot to left field and deep. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. His sixth of this series. And the Angels are right back in it. It's now a 4-2 score.
Absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to ShowTrack. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking.
Striding in once again,
now
Julio
right
Reyes.
fielder.
He scored after
Julio
reaching on a walk in his first
Reyes.
at-bat. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Defoe takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. And with two away now, it's time to take our final look this year at our playoff brackets. Boy, seems like so long ago that we got things started in the divisional rounds, but we will officially have our champion by the conclusion of play tonight. Ready to take his hacks again, Lance Pretty Boy, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Inciarte is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Up next will be Nick Williams. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
Set to deliver the 0-1. He's running to right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, as it's now a one-run game, 7-6 now. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Matty V, this is turning into home run derby part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this.
Stepping in, Lance
Pretty
Boy. He comes in 1 for 2
right
with that home run he hit
Lance
earlier.
Pretty Boy.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A line shot to third base. And the runner gets back. No double play. So here's the cleanup hitter, Yoan Moncada. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yoan.
6 runs, Moncada. 5 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for San Francisco. Skied into straightaway right. Pretty Boy moves over. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Seventh and final game of the World Series as you get a look at our line score to this point in this emotionally charged contest. Lance Pretty Boy will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Pitch on the way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
You like the modern style of baseball? Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. Angels are gone in order. They'll try and hold him in the field now. It's 7-6. Ready for another
Up
shot
next for the
now.
Angels,
Lance Prettyboy.
the right
as
fielder,
he'll look to bring home that
Lance
tying run from second with a
Prettyboy.
base hit into the outfield. First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike taken up in the zone. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
You know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big
On the bag, on the bag, on the bag.
And he is in there. Third is the possible tying run.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that sucker.
Took a real risk by going after the lead runner there heading into third. That's always a tough call, and it's hard to fault them for being aggressive. But you hate not to get an out when the batter was giving himself up.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout.
The
As he's
center
got a
fielder,
chance
number
to tie this ball
27.
game up with that equalizing
Mike
run just 90 feet away
Trout.
at third. Ready with the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Digging in and looking for more, Paul DeYoung.
Now batting.
He's 2 for 3
That's
with a
shortstop.
home run and a double.
Paul DeYoung.
Over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Ready for another chance?
Now
Mitch
batting,
Garver.
catcher,
And their runners at the corners now.
Garver.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8 innings are complete. We're on to the 9th in Game 7. The Giants lead it 9-8.
Well, nobody was going to say they didn't get their money's worth in this one. It took 7 games, making this one of the most competitive and historic World Series in baseball history. So they earned this one, and they can now call themselves the World Series champions.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Our final line score tonight. First for the big.
A conciliatory phone call. A previously discussed issue is taken up again. A player receives an update from his representative. Spring training is about knocking off the rust and getting ready to once again chase a title.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hello again, everybody.
And now,
welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Los Angeles Angels.
Joe Musgrove is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Angels. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And we have to focus on one of the best players in all of our sport, Mike Trout, center fielder. Just as fun to watch him play defense as it is to watch him hit. This guy gets after it with his hair on.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air to right field. Oh, no, he can't hold on to it. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Man, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he'd lost sight of it. But then I watch it and say, nope, that's just a blundered play. Can't really sugarcoat it.
Play ball. He's out. 3.
So digging in now, Lance
Batting
Pretty Boy.
third.
No one aboard
The
for
right
him,
fielder.
and 2 gone here in the first.
Pretty Boy.
First pitch of the at-bat. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone!
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice.
You're out. 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 He's out.
Next to bat for the Giants, Mike Gerber, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep, and it's gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field, and it gives the Giants a 3-1 lead.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single.
Now at the plate, Lance
The batter,
Pretty Boy. He
the
went
right
deep
fielder,
in his first at-bat.
Lance
We'll see what he's got
Pretty
in
Boy.
store for us here. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Come on,
Pull it back up the
dig.
middle. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. Now at the plate, Lance
batting,
Pretty
right
Boy.
fielder,
And we'll see what he can
Lance
do here with a pair of runners
Pretty
on
Boy.
base and 2 gone here in the fifth. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he turns this one around high and deep to center
hold
field.
it there, hold it there, hold it
Not
there.
quite enough as it's off the center field wall. The relay. Throw to second, but he's in there. As a run also comes in to score, making it a 2-run ball game.
Hey, with that base hit right there, that's his 3rd run batted into the game.
Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team together with a great approach, finding his 3rd RBI of the day.
So striding
The center
in,
fielder,
Mike Trout,
number
as he'll look to
27.
bring home that tying run
Mike
from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Trout.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Grounded
Get here,
to
hold
the
it,
right.
hold it right
He
here.
can't pick it up cleanly.
Nice. Take your outfielder.
Digging in now, Peter Alonso. 0
The
for
batter,
2 on the afternoon
number
so
20.
far. Slow little roller to third. Moncada gloves it. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as this side is 3 runs on.
Ladies and
Andre
gentlemen,
Jameson
your
will
attention,
move into
please.
the on-deck circle.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
This one ends with a 10-5 score. The San Francisco Giants led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Andrew Suarez earns the victory on the mound. Joe Musgrove worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victory.